guys, welcome to my channel. If you've never been here before, then I just want to say thank you so much for coming and watching this video, and if you have been here before, then thank you so much for coming back. So today's video is really my theory on life, pretty much what I really think life is and how it has an effect on the people around us, ourselves, and why loving yourself before getting into a relationship is an important thing also. This has something to do with tying in with breaking off bad relationships, and it's also got something to do with, loving yourself before you love anyone else. So there's a lot of information in this, but I'm going to try and keep it as short as I can, but I'm going to get straight into it, and I'm going to start exactly with what I think life is. Now, Jim Carrey did this massive speech. I constantly watch speeches. I watch seminars, I watch interviews, all these different famous people who we just think are just got lucky and got famous. I watch their life stories and how they made it and all of that jazz. And he is a wise man, Jim Carrey. And in one of his speeches, and I know this has been said in other speeches as well, but it said, life doesn't happen to us, life happens for us. Now, if you just take a step back for a second and just try and think about what I just said, life doesn't happen to us, life happens for us, right? So we were granted with this thing that's called life. We were given that blessing of even becoming something on this earth. And what we are is a little ball of energy, is my theory. The energy within us needed somewhere to store in order to be able to do things, and we were given the human body. And how the world works is the energy that we give out, the universe responds to our needs by giving back what we put out. That's the law of attraction. So we give out positive vibes, the universe picks up on the positive energy that we are giving out, and because the universe responds to that, it then gives back positive energy. So same if you were doing bad energy, if we felt sad and angry and we gave out bad vibes, and the universe responds with that and gives back what you're giving back, because that's all it knows to give back what's coming to it. So that's the law of attraction, and that's my theory on life. So how this ties in with the people around us and how this can have an effect on us is basically the people that are around us are also living their life, right? So they're their own energy, and everything that they're giving off, if you come close to them or you're talking to them or you're involving yourself with that energy, whatever energy that they're putting off is then going on to you. Now, it's however you take it is how it's going to affect you. So basically, if you have an angry person that's just standing there and yelling at you, and then you start to feel bad vibes, it's because you're getting the bad energy coming from them that's then affecting your energy, which you're then returning back to the universe, and it's just a vicious cycle of bad energy. And vice versa. If you go find someone who's extremely happy and who's extremely positive and is radiating like happy vibes, when you go around that person, you're probably going to end up walking away feeling a whole lot better than you probably did, because that person's energy was so happy that it was rubbing off onto you and affecting your energy. Therefore, you then give out positive energy and good things happen. It's mind-blowing. So I'm going to go through what it's like to be not in a relationship and wanting to get into one, and I'm going to go through what it's like already being in a relationship that's not really going too well, that you think you might want to break up with, and how to do that. So first I'm going to start off with self-love and being independent. So this is for the people who are single now, and this is also for the people who are in a relationship, because this is what you need to do and get to before I believe that you can love anyone else. I think that it's super important that you take that time to be alone, to find out what you like, to find out what you don't like, to find out what makes you upset, and to find out what makes you happy. I want you to find out what you want to do in your future, what your goals are, what your dreams are, and basically everything you thought that might be too far out of reach, I want you to now put in to your vision and say, fuck it, I can literally do anything, because every single person is just energy. Like, we are all just energy. So just because other people have gotten better and it looks like it's too far out of reach doesn't mean that it really is, because at the end of the day, people start exactly where you start. So there's no reason why you can't have the life that you deserve as well. So the first thing I would suggest is creating your path. What kind of a path do you want? What kind of a life do you want? Do you have a dream house that you want? Do you have a dream car that you want? Do you have a dream job that you want? Maybe you don't even want to work. Maybe you want to work for yourself. Maybe you want to go travel the world. What do you want to do? So this means not what your mum and dad want you to do, not what your brothers and sisters want you to do, not what your boss wants you to do, not what anyone besides what you want to do matters. Literally, ask yourself, what are your dreams and what are your goals? Just write them down. Don't limitate yourself because you have no limits. I think it's important that you then set future goals. So set your really big goals, the big goals that you think that might be just out of reach, set them. Then I want you to set your personal goals, your immediate goals. What can I start achieving now that's going to work my way up to my big goals? But what can I also do now that's going to make me happy in the meantime? You need to become so focused on your life that you are going to do anything that you need to do in order to get to where you want to be. Do not look at what's hard, and do not look at what might not happen because this other thing might happen. Fuck it all. What do you want to do and how are you going to get there? Start off with baby steps and work your way up. You need to be the boss lady of your life before you can even think about putting yourself in someone else's life. And the reason that I say that is because you need to be so reliant on yourself and no one else, because then if you do get into a relationship and that relationship just doesn't work for any reason whatsoever, that you are going to be okay just by saying, look, I'm taking it as a loss, I'm taking it as a lesson, this is not working in my life and it's not pushing me forward, so I need to leave, and that's okay because I know I've still got a path that I'm still following and I've always followed, and I'm going to be okay. You cannot rely on anyone. You cannot rely on anyone else for your happiness, because once that person is gone, and so many things are temporary and you can't rely on things, and the only thing that you can rely on is yourself at the end of the day, full stop. Everything else can be taken from you, but at the end of the day, you've only got yourself. So if you've got that path that you are so set on, then what can stop you? The next step is kind of something that I think you should probably learn first, but I've given you the basic structure of something that everyone can do without an understanding spiritually of life itself. If you really want to get on top of your life, I think that it's really super important to definitely start opening your mind up to this whole thing that they call life. I think that it's important that you learn what life is about, and how to get on top of it. So everything that I'm teaching you, I think that you should definitely try and get a grip and learn on yourself. Yes, it's easy enough to hear it from me, but if you don't actually understand it yourself, then you're not going to 100% fully believe in it either. So that's why you need to have an understanding of things like the law of attraction or mindfulness, so that way you know how to stop bad things like anxiety and depression, and you know how to stop your mind from overworking itself. You can get a grip on everything that's in front of you and every single way to move forward, doing it in the easiest way possible. I think you should also learn about the different energies, you know, the different energy that we can provide and how the universe reacts to that, which is the law of attraction. So all these different little things that I've been speaking about, I think you should personally try and research yourself and try and really have an open mind and understand it as much as you can, because once you get a grip on that, holy shit, you are going to realize that you can have whatever the fuck you want, and it's not even as hard as you think it ever was. Next thing you know, you're going to be just as excited as me to talk about life, because like, when have I ever been so excited about talking about life? I think it's super important that you have an understanding of how important life is, how important your time is, because whether or not you believe in you only live once, you know, I personally don't really know where I stand with that. I actually do think that maybe we might get a second life, but it's not something that I've really looked into too much yet, but I'm definitely going to learn about. But I think you need to have an understanding of, yeah, how important your time is on this earth, because once you start knowing how much your time is worth, you will stop wasting it on people who are draining your time, because the second that you waste your time is the second that you've just lost, because you will never get that back, and you can only move forward from this point. So stop wasting your future minutes on people that don't even deserve it. And when I say don't deserve it, I don't mean it because they're bad people. I just mean it because they're spiritually not ready yet. They're not there yet. So you need to find like-minded people who can keep you on track and who can keep you moving forward. It's also very super important to be able to learn to love yourself more than you love other people. Now, you need to love other people. Like, it's good to feel emotion for other people, okay? It's completely normal, obviously. Love is an amazing thing, but You need to learn how to love yourself more than anyone else in this world, regardless, because, like I said to you, at the end of the day, everything else can vanish. You're the only one that's going to be left there at the end. So if you can love yourself more than anything else in this world, then nothing else can really let you down because your expectations are already at your own level. Every single person is living their own life. We all have our own problems, our own things that make us happy. We have our own pathway. And if you don't really know your pathway yet, if you're kind of just living life like, yeah, I'll just see what happens when it happens, fuck yeah, fair dues. I did that for my entire life up until this point. So it's all down to you at the end of the day. Create the life that fulfills your dreams, that fulfills your goals. And then once you have those goals and you're working towards it, let the universe do the rest. Because that's the thing, once you're giving out your positive vibes of everything that you want and you want coming to you, the universe is going to give that back to you, because in the law of attraction, that is how it works. So you've only got to plan what you want, give out those positive vibes, give out the vibes that you want to be returned to you, and just let the universe do it. You've just got to believe in yourself first, and once you do that, then just watch it all happen for you. Now, before I go into the step of what happens if I'm in a relationship already and I kind of want to end it because I'm really not happy and this person's draining me, I'm going to go into that soon.